Beginning even before President Trump took office, his war with CNN had turned into sort of a personal feud in a lot of ways with Jim Acosta, who is CNN's White House reporter. And you go back to a January 11th news conference before Trump was inaugurated in which he directly called CNN fake news, said your organization is terrible, got into this very testy back and forth with Jim Acosta.
Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically,
she's asking a question.
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
You're attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
After that news conference, according to Acosta, Sean Spicer confronted him very angrily, told him that that kind of behavior wouldn't be tolerated, that he'd be kicked out of news conferences if he tried to interrupt and ask questions like that again. Acosta has persisted, though. In recent weeks, the White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, has basically stopped calling on CNN during news conferences, and that means stopping calling on Jim Acosta. And so he has gotten into the habit of just butting in, shouting questions during the briefing. At one recent off-camera briefing, Jim Acosta jumped in to try to confront Spicer about why the cameras were turned off, got into this sort of heated back and forth.
Can you answer whether the president still believes the question?
There's no camera on, Jim.
Well, maybe
Jen.
we should turn the cameras on,
Jen.
Sean. Why don't we
Jen.
turn the cameers on?
Jen.
Why don't we turn the cameras on?
I'm sorry that you have to do. Jen, go ahead.
Why not turn the cameras on, Sean?
Jen.
They're in
Jen.
the room. The lights are on.
This type of pushy, dogged, however you would characterize it, questioning without being called upon, calls to mind Sam Donaldson in the 1980s, who was the White House reporter for ABC News at the time. At that time, the big complaint among the White House press corps wasn't about on or off-camera briefings. It was about a lack of direct access to President Reagan, who would go months between public appearances in which he would take questions at the press.
How can you justify this duplicity?
I don't think it was duplicity. And as I say, the so-called violation did not in any way alter the balance, military balance between the two countries.
And so whenever he would show up for a pool spray or would be anywhere within shouting distance, well, that's exactly what Donaldson would do. He would shout a question at him. Sometimes he'd get an answer, sometimes he wouldn't. But this became kind of his thing. What's striking is while there are parallels in the circumstances, you have a press corps that's unhappy for whatever reason with the degree of access that they're getting from the White House, and you have a journalist who has gotten in the habit of just shouting questions without being called upon, the way that the White House has responded is extremely different. This is what the White House press secretary Marlin Fitzwater said about Sam Donaldson in 1987 in an interview with the Christian Science Monitor. Sam is one of the best. He's a serious student of the issues, always inquisitive about the facts and aggressive in their pursuit. But I think the most praiseworthy of Sam's traits is the fact that he's always relevant. I mean, he asks questions that are germane and central to the issue. Sam often has a degree of confidence that allows him to report a story just based on his own knowledge. And there aren't many reporters who have that confidence and who are right. Just imagine Sean Spicer saying anything even remotely close to that about Jim Acosta. It's inconceivable. And it just illustrates the way that the relationship between the White House and the press corps is so different from what it was 30 years ago.